Hey there fellow travelers, Mark here with Wolters World. Today we're here at Stonehenge here in Western England. And today what we have for you are the don'ts when you come here to Stonehenge. And the thing is, this place is fantastic. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You really need to come here. But there's some things you need to know before you come so you can enjoy it. So we've got some don'ts for you so when you do come here. One thing you should know when you come to Stonehenge is don't expect a lot when you do come here. Here, look behind me. Look behind me. You see, there's not much here. You're on Salisbury Plain, so there's not a lot of things to see. You do have the stones, which are really, really cool, and there's a visitor center with a little museum, and I'll talk about the don'ts from there, but don't think that there's a lot to do when you are here, because it is walking around. So don't I need to tell you is when you do come here, you know when you watch the movies, you see Stonehenge, you always see them going through the stones and walking through there. Well, hate to tell you that is, don't expect to walk through the stones, because you see these little ropes? You're not going to get up close and personal with Stonehenge, okay? So have a heads up for that. But what's cool is actually you can apply and like if you book like a couple months out, you can actually get access into the stones, which is kind of cool. Now that actually leads me to another don't, and that is don't forget to pre-book your tickets, okay? Because it's actually time tickets to come here to Stonehenge, because there's 1 million people that come here every year. In peak season, like 9,000 people a day, it gets to be quite a bit. So it can get really, really packed. So don't forget to pre-book online, all right? And the thing is if you're going to do the access thing, you might want to book 2 or 3 months in advance if you want to go up to the stones. But if you're coming here in peak season, at least a couple weeks to make sure you get your times, okay? And another don't I have for you is with the times is don't think that Stonehenge has the same schedule every day of the year. I'll put up there's like summer times and winter times and things like that. I'll put it down here because it might close at 7 or it might close at 5, okay? So have a heads up for that one. So another don't with the don't get too close and personal is don't cross the little rope fence, okay? They keep those kind of marked off, so you don't go there. So those of you that want to get that up close and personal and jump over there and do that, they'll kick you out, okay? So stay on this side. Don't cross the little rope fence, okay? Just a little heads up, all right? So we're here at the visitor center, and I got a few don'ts to tell you about when you are here. One thing is don't run through the visitor center just to get the bus, which is up there, that'll take you to the stones. Go through because they have a nice little setup. It's not a big museum, it doesn't take a lot of time, but it gives you a lot of the background of who built it, how did they build it, why did they build it, stuff like that. And a lot of it's kind of the conjecture, the scientific conjecture of how it happened, but it does give you a nice background. You can see a reconstruction of a guy that's from 5,000 years ago when they built these things, so it is kind of neat. Another don't I have for you is don't forget there's actually a cafe there, so if you need to get some food, you can eat there. It's pretty simple stuff. So my next don't for you is don't forget to bring snacks when you come here, because you can have a picnic out here and do that, or just eat at your car. It's no big deal. Also, speaking of the car, don't worry about the parking. They've got a nice big parking lot there, so that is kind of cool. There's plenty of spots there, though sometimes the spots are a little weirdly aligned, so just have a heads up for that. Also, when you are at the visitor center, don't forget to pick up an audio guide. It's not that expensive, but it's very helpful when you go out to the stones, because you just put the number in and listen. It gives you a lot more background, so that is very helpful. Another don't is before you go and grab that bus, and they go every few minutes, so it's not a big deal getting the buses to the stones, but don't forget to go pee before you go to the stones, okay? Because not really too many bathroom options out there when you do go to the stones of Stonehenge. So make sure you visit the little potty, the toilets here, make life a little bit easier when you're up there. When you get out of the museum, like I talked about, don't forget to actually stop and see these little Neolithic houses here. They've rebuilt the homes of the people they believe built Stonehenge, so you get an idea of what's going on and how they lived. And what's cool is there are interpreters that are in there, and they'll show you how they made their tools, how they would dig up stuff, so it is kind of cool. They were very helpful and very nice, so that was really nice. So with that seasonality, with the timing, also I want to tell you is don't come during peak season, okay, during July, August. This place is packed insanely, and on the weekends especially, okay? So if you could come off season, you can still enjoy it even with bad weather, even at the solstice times and in the winter and the fall. It's still really cool to visit. And look, very few people are here. We're here in October, no problem whatsoever. Okay, when you do come here, and it is well worth coming here, is don't think you need more than a half a day. This is a half-day trip. Spend, an hour looking at the Neolithic rebuilt buildings and look at the museum, and then come here and walk around. Now you can do a nice little hike. It takes like 30 minutes to do, but this is a half-day thing. So don't forget to go visit some of the places around here. You can go see Avebury. There's another stone circle there. You go to Salisbury and see Salisbury Cathedral. It's like a 20-minute drive, not too far away. You can head to Bath if you want to drive for about an hour or so. It's really cool, and there's a lot of stuff to see around here. So though there's not a ton of stuff right here at Stonehenge, there's a lot of things near that you can really enjoy. Some traveler don'ts I have for you when you are here is don't expect to stay nearby. I mean, look, there's no room with a Stonehenge view, all right? You see just the plains around here. So you're gonna need to stay in Salisbury or someplace like that, okay? So don't expect really accommodation options near here. Also, don't worry about the car park. It's nice and big, so you have plenty of room for your car when you come here. Though I will tell you, if you spin over this way, you see the highway right over there? Don't be surprised if you come in peak season and you sit in a traffic jam for a while in order to get to the car park. So just have a heads up for that one. So have your patience. Don't worry, they'll be parking for you, but it just might take some time to get there. So when you are driving up here in that traffic jam, what's cool is you do get a great view, okay? So don't be surprised if you just see Stonehenge popping up over the horizon. One of the coolest sights. I remember the first time I came here, the second time I came here, third time I came here, I'm like, oh, look at Stonehenge, there it is. It is really cool. Another don't I have for you is don't think you're gonna get too many independent solo Instagram selfies with Stonehenge. There's so many tourists that come through here, especially in high season, that it's kind of hard to do that. So don't think you're gonna get that flowy dress Stonehenge picture because it's a bit tough, okay? Now, if you're looking to come to Stonehenge, you can actually do tours. You don't have to drive yourself. There's plenty of the tours that'll leave from either Salisbury, or you can come from London, or you can come from Bath. There's plenty of tour options that are here. And what's cool when you have the tour, they really give you a lot more history. People are talking and stuff like that and giving you the background. It is really kind of a cool experience. But my other don't is don't feel you have to do a tour. They have enough stuff here with the audio guides and the explanations that you'll be fine on your own. And it's pretty well mapped and well marked to get here. So it's not really a necessity to have a tour. It's just like a nice little thing to make it easier for you. Another thing I want to tell you is, you know, when I told you to pre-book your tickets, also don't think you can come here last minute, okay? They stop selling tickets 2 hours before they close, so it's not one of these, hey, let's just walk in the last minute and go see it and run out. They won't let you in, okay? So don't forget that. One of the biggest things I got to tell you is don't expect it to be cheap. And I'm not talking the tour to come out here. I'm talking about coming in here. And it was £19.50 for one adult. Now, what I'm going to say is it does add up when you get a bunch of people coming here. They do have deals. If you're a family, you can get a family pass, which knocks down the price. So with those high prices, don't be scared to get a pass. Like English Heritage has a membership you can join. They have special ones for tourists that are here for 9 or 10 days or 16 days or something like that, where it actually gives you a discount and like 100 different places around England. So if you're going to see a lot of historic England places or English places here, it might be worth it to pick up that membership to knock the price down, because man, if you got a lot of people, man, it gets expensive real quick to come out here. So don't think this is going to be a cheap visit. And my last don't for you when you do come here to Stonehenge, is I know I've talked about it like it's almost like a tourist trap and all these kind of things, is don't let the tourist trap idea keep you from coming here. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is really cool to check out when you go and explore and walk around. And if you get one of those access passes to walk through, it's just one of these things you really want to see. And I know a lot of people have their bucket lists and stuff like this. This is one of those places you really do want to check out because it is extremely cool. And they've done a great job bringing it back to its historic roots. I mean, aside from the highway over there, but they got one of the roads that were right by here. Like the first time I came here, it really was like right over there. So that is really cool. So I hope you enjoyed your video learning about Stonehenge. If you want to learn more, things about England, things about the UK, Europe, US, all over, check us out on our website at woltersworld.com. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we really appreciate your likes, subscriptions, and we want to send a special shout out to all of our patrons on Patreon who help make honest travel videos like this possible. If you're interested in helping out making more travel videos, check us out at patreon.com/woltersworld to see how you can join our patrons. So bye from Stonehenge and enjoy the videos, and thank you for your support. Bye.